Hey you guys, well we're back at M2 Graphix here today. Mike Merryweather is the man here, the co-owner operator, the guy who is going to be doing the wrap, and Scott is also going to be working on the wrap. Scott's another wizard here. So we just brought the Taycan in, and of course I haven't told you anything about the wrap because it's a top secret, and I would have to kill you if I told you about it, and I don't want to do that because then I wouldn't have an audience.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be detrimental.
Kind of a bad business plan. All right. So yeah, how many days do you think it's going to take? What are you planning?
We'll probably be 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days. Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, we're going to do some video with their permission as it unfolds, and I will show you the whole thing at the end of the process. And I hope it's going to look awesome, and I'm not going to give it away because it's a surprise and it's going to be really, really fun. Is it handy to have the handles which will pop out and stay out?
Yeah, I mean, ideally you remove handles, but these ones are so complicated we decided to go around them, so we're just going to do an inlay here around the edge.
What's an inlay, just for the audience here?
So an inlay, well, you use them for multiple reasons. Sometimes you use them to get into tough spots, and the other places you use them are to prevent too much stretch. So like back over here, you do an inlay or an overlay in this section, because if I was to pull this bumper around and go at this 90-degree angle, I'm going to get way overstretched in here and it'll fail eventually. So rather than even let it fail, we're going to make these cuts and we're going to do an overlay in here.
Oh, okay, right.
There'll be no excess stretch on the vinyl.
Okay,
and it'll
so there's going to be,
this
is going to be a separate piece of vinyl.
Yeah.
This is going to be white?
Nope,
still?
that's going to go blue as well. So
that's
there's actually
blue.
2 pieces going
Two
in
pieces
here.
of inlay.
One here, and I'm going to trim it here, and there's going to be another one that's going to go over top here.
I remember from last time we did this. This is your cutting tape, so you put the vinyl over top of that, and then you pull this off.
So this is knifeless tape, and the reason we use knifeless tape, two reasons. It gives you a nice clean cut, but it also allows us to not cut on the paint.
Yes, of course.
So so unfortunately we've already done this, but so I did a pretty major inlay in here because this is a really deep pocket. If I had tried to wrap this whole bumper in and around, it would have failed here 2 minutes after you drove out. So instead of doing that, we did an inlay first with knifeless tape around this edge. You can see the seam right here, and then throw the bumper down over top. There's no extra pressure on here. It's not overstretched in any way, and 5 years from now it'll still look the same. So I'm going to turn the camera around here. Looking at the inlays in here, from 3 feet away you can't see it at all. It's really hard to see even close up because it's obviously the same color. Yeah, we always try and do it right on a body line, right where the light reflects. What's the vinyl that you're using on this one, Mike? This is Avery SW900.
SW900?
So, yeah. That'd be our favorite to use. We like Avery a lot.
What's this color called?
That's a fine question. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I'll have to ask Katie.
I know when I went over this with Mike a while ago, we looked at swatches of colors because we are trying to recreate some colors, specific colors here with this design. And I don't remember what the names are. I just look at the swatches, and you know, they're the ones who order it, so I don't have to worry about that kind of thing. So that's got to be one of the more challenging parts of the design of this car. You flagged that right away as soon as you saw it. Then the handles are complicated, so they don't come off. You got the inlays in here.
So what we'll do now is we'll mount the door, and then we'll trim on the door, and there's already an inlay here, so it'll
blend right in. Yeah. And then also the mirrors are going to be a thing, right?
Yeah, the mirrors are going to have a gun show. This inset right here, I think Porsche just does this to frustrate us. So So yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 pieces on this mirror for sure.
Luckily it's a small thing, but still, it's a lot of meticulous work for that, right?
It is, for sure, yeah.
What about the front end of this car? Compared to the Panamera, this is super simple.
This front end was actually done in one piece, yeah.
That's one piece, right?
No places where we had to do inlays. The only part that has a little bit of stretches in this area, but because we were able to make a cut down here, we were able to push the vinyl in so it's not overstretched. So.
Oh, it's looking really, really good.
It's actually a really nice car. The rubber is not too tight, so you can tuck in underneath and get a really good fit. So,
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it's going.
And this looks really nice, this fender. I've been cleaning these like crazy because this is daily driver, so I rinse the car when I bring it home, if it's raining, which is a lot of the time in the winter. I rinse it right away before it goes into the garage, and I also rinse the inside of the fenders, front and back. But when I'm washing, I gently wash in here every time because I don't want stuff to build up in there as well.
So before this rolls out of here, I will make sure that this is all liquid waterproofed and edge sealed.
Oh, are you? Oh, right,
so
of course.
That'll make you not have to worry about pulling anything up when you come around there. So.
I mean, with the Panamera, it was pretty straightforward for cleaning. I was surprised.
Totally,
I was gentle. I'm always gentle with it, but you don't worry about scratching as you do, or like getting swirl marks as you do with regular paint.
Not really. The Panamera was a satin. So
it was a satin.
This is gloss. You'll have a.
I mean, it'll
be a little more challenging.
You don't scrub it.
Exactly. Just don't scrub it, and you'll be fine. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is pretty hardy. It holds up pretty well. So.
And you can actually put a ceramic coating on this.
Yes. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
If we really wanted to go insane.
I mean, you know what? It actually makes washing easier because you don't have to really scrub it anymore.
Right.
It's like a frying pan, right? You hit it with water and it just falls right off. So.
You did that on your Jeep, right?
I did do it on my Jeep. That's a good test, right? Because it's dirty all the time. So yeah, it's.
I'll have a look. I'll go out and take a look at your Jeep after and just show them what it looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, very cool. I love to see these works in progress, and you hear what Mike has to say about the techniques involved with doing it, and that's why it takes a fair amount of time. I mean, you've got to be very patient and methodical about this process, but that's what pays off in the end because it's going to look like it came from the factory that way. I used to have, like with I'll show you a picture of the Panamera while I'm talking about this, but I used to get comments from people all the time with the Panamera. They used to say, oh, you had the stripes put on it, but the rest is paint color, right? And I go, no, the whole thing's wrapped. And they go, really? They go and look close up, you know. But that's going to be really fun to see the rest of it.